I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. Flagler County Commissioners have given their stamp of approval to a proposed medical complex that could be coming to Town Center in Palm Coast. At its meeting Monday, the commission unanimously approved the city's partnership with the University of Florida on MedNex, calling it a top legislative priority for 2020. Palm Coast is hoping surrounding governments, including Bunnell and Flagler Beach, also jump on board. Bunnell commissioners say they'll consider the request at their next meeting November 12th, while Flagler Beach says it hasn't received the request and has already drafted its legislative priorities, of which MedNex is not a part. If other governments give the project the green light, it'll likely make it easier for the legislature to give UNF the $12 million it's seeking for the project. The University System's Board of Governors is set to address the request at a meeting later this month. Palm Coast is expected to contribute $1.5 million towards the project, but still need to officially approve that funding. They take up a resolution on the matter today.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Delta Airlines nonstop to Atlanta, and now nonstop service to New York City via American Airlines.
A Flagler County deputy is hospitalized after being exposed to drugs. Tony Magoo reports.
On Saturday, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office reported to 210 North Fig Street in Bunnell to assist the Bunnell Police Department on a possible burglary. K-9 Deputy Gibson Smith found and secured the defendant, 26-year-old Gerald Burnham. Deputies found a capped hypodermic needle with a light brown substance in Burnham's pocket. During a struggle, Deputy Smith's protective glove ripped. EMS were called to transport Burnham to the hospital. He would later be booked at the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility on a variety of charges. Meanwhile, Deputy Smith and another officer fell ill, so a second rescue rig was called. After a check by EMS, Deputy Smith was administered Narcan and taken by ambulance to Advent Health Palm Coast. Sheriff Rick Staley.
This is a problem across the country that occurs more often than not and shows the dangers of law enforcement and what our deputies deal with on a daily basis.
How's your man doing?
Deputy Smith is expected to make a full recovery, and I'm very blessed and thankful for that.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
A trio of recruits are hired as firefighters straight out of the Flagler Palm Coast High School's Fire Academy. John Arking has the story.
The three recruits, 18-year-olds Noah Dunaway, Dylan Kronk, and Bo Krudoff, appeared with Fire Chief Don Petito Monday before the County Commission as an example of the ability of the Academy to get young students ready for careers in the fire service. Chief Petito says the program has proven itself to be a success.
We started this whole thing about 3 years ago, and they got in the class and they went through it and they stuck with it. When they turned 18, they were riding on the trucks trying to learn as much as they could. So, they showed the initiative and it paid off for them. And one of the questions asked at the commission meeting today was, how many kids do you have in this class? And I said, right now there's 150 kids right in this class.
Dunaway, Kronk, and Krudoff are set to begin a 2-week orientation that will include a written test, physical agility, and medical testing and background check. Once that's completed, they'll become full-time firefighters, earning $44,000 a year. They'll still have to complete a probationary period before getting a permanent assignment. For the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
How do you know if you have hepatitis A?
Sue Reese with the Flagler County Health Department says there are symptoms.
You're really very tired. You may feel a little on the nauseous side. You really don't want to eat. You may have some abdominal pain. You may have a little bit of diarrhea. When you go to the bathroom, your urine is like tea colored, very, very dark. And your stools may actually be a gray color.
Reese said that hepatitis A is moved from your mouth to the rest of your body and to others by not washing your hands after using the bathroom. To that end, any health officials will tell you, wash your hands after using the toilet. To listen to the entire interview, download the Flagler Radio app and go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, can hepatitis A kill you? Is there a cure? From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.